Welcome to the start of my Customer Avatar course. Today I will be covering why it's important to create a customer avatar, the 3 different approaches to figuring out who your ideal customer is, how your ideal customer may not be who you think they are, and some of the questions you'll need to ask in order to figure out who your ideal customer avatar is. What is a customer avatar? A customer avatar is an individual with a name, a picture, and specific demographic and other characteristics. An avatar is not a real person, it's a composite of characteristics of many real people. You are describing your target market, the people that you most want as your customers, and who will be most likely to buy from you again and again. It needs to be specific and focused. A common mistake many people make is to create a customer avatar that is too broad and general. Your avatar needs to speak to your ideal customer in a way that when they do come upon your website, Facebook page, blog, etc., it's almost like you've read their mind. You've identified their pain points, fears, frustrations, desires and dreams, and then you have the answer. Firstly, you must know who you are talking to. Before you can start marketing your products or services, or even doing something as simple as creating a leaflet or running a Facebook ad, you must know who you are talking to. Luckily for you, that's what this lesson is all about. Why your ideal customer avatar is important. Without your ideal customer avatar, your marketing will be generic and ineffective. For example, the copy of your website and in your emails will be boring and with no real purpose or clear message. What this means is you'll attract less than ideal customers, you'll confuse your readers, and your business will not be fun. Marie Forleo says, most target market talk is rubbish. It's often way too general, like small business owners or stay-at-home mums. It fails to drill down to more than one specific person, and it rarely goes deep into the psychology of the customer. This is vital if you want to sell anything. The biggest and most common mistake people make is that they think they already understand everyone and know what they want. Wrong. So many businesses skip this altogether and jump in without having the foggiest idea who their target market is and what they want. You've heard this before, but if you try to attract everybody, your business attracts no one. There's a saying in the advertising world, and it's this: if you can't turn yourself into your customer, you probably shouldn't be in the ad writing business at all. Leo Burnett. So your customer must be centre of your thoughts. If you're really talking to them, you really are going to get better results. If you feel that you don't need an avatar because your business appeals to everyone, you are making a massive mistake. This is only true for the handful of businesses that are genuinely in the mass market business. If you were to closely examine your customer base, you will find that you have a core group that spends more than the rest of your customers, provides you with repeat sales, they will upgrade to premium services or products you offer, they will generate a sizable proportion of your profits, and they won't barter on the price. You will find you will have tremendous feedback, and they are really good to work with. Also, you will find that these customers spread the word about your business to their friends and family members. This means that you will be found on social media, drawing more people to you. When you look closely at your customers, you will find that these buyers will very likely share demographics in common, they will often hold similar values, and they will be motivated by similar things. If you then compare these aspects to the people that only buy one product from you, who are much more demanding and who leave you feeling unsettled and uncomfortable, you should find that the profile of these people isn't the same as the profile of the core group for your business. In an ideal world, yes, your business could sell to anyone, but in the real world, Wouldn't you prefer to focus on the group that provides you with the best results? By focusing all of your attention on your core customer group, you will be able to attract the right people and give them exactly what they are looking for. A scary fact is that less than 1% of businesses take this step or make the effort to create a detailed customer avatar. You'll find that if you construct your own detailed customer avatar, you will stand apart from your peers and rivals. By taking this step, you can provide yourself with a competitive advantage. Are you going to be part of the 1%? Or are you going to be one of the 99% who never really understand who their ideal customer is? You may get some sales, but you could be leaving so much on the table because you don't get who your ideal customer is. This is incredibly important, and yet so often we just don't find the time to work out who our ideal customer is. You may be thinking you know who your ideal customer is, but I'd like to challenge you on that. Do you really have a detailed profile of that person? Do you know what magazines they read, where they spend their time online, etc.? Most people, when I ask them, say, "Oh, I don't know," or "How do I figure that out?" Well, you are in the right place if that is you, and don't feel bad because as the statistics said, 99% of businesses don't know. The first of the 3 different approaches to working out who your ideal customer is you may be that person. This one definitely resonates with me. In my direct sales businesses, I loved the products and used them, so I was my ideal client to a degree. But looking back, I could have certainly gone into much more depth with this. The second approach, if you are not that person, is to think about your best client that would like more of. Ask them if they would mind answering a few questions and interview them for market research, or send them a survey to a selection of your top regular customers. Maybe offer them an incentive, e.g. a voucher for completing the survey. This information could be invaluable to you. The third approach, and this can definitely be used in conjunction with both the first and the second approach, is to research and or use social media to listen to your customers. Later in the course, I will be going into this aspect in much more depth. If you develop your own products or services, then listening to your customers can give you a key insight into providing exactly what they need. We often follow what others are doing because we think they are serving our ideal customer and think it is working, but getting more specific can really change things for the better. You may think you have a customer avatar, but is it really narrow enough? For example, when I joined Mary Kay Cosmetics, I was taught that anyone with skin was my customer, but I learnt along the way that this was not true, and that there were certain types of women that wanted the personal, in-home supply of skincare and cosmetics that Mary Kay can supply. A global example is the Apple iPhone. Their customer avatar is a young, cool, tech-advanced high earner who wants to be first person to buy Apple products. But think of everyone who has an iPhone. My 15-year-old son has one, I have one, and my father-in-law who is 65 has one. None of us are Apple's ideal customer avatars, but we have still purchased their products. You can obtain the biggest market with the best message. People will be attracted and inspired by your precise, clear brand message. Marketers that truly know their customer speak to one person. You will attract people with an affinity to that one person, people who aspire to be that one person, and hence more clients. Also people who admire that one person and what they represent. These people will also then become your clients. So you're probably wondering, how do I figure out who my ideal customer is? Here are some core questions you will need to consider. Think about your ideal customers. What are their personal details? Dig deeper. What does their day-to-day life look like? What problems do they have? And how could your products or services solve those problems? What does their perfect solution look like? What do they really want more than anything? What would they be willing to pay almost anything for? And how can your product or service match up to what they need, want, and or desire? In tomorrow's lesson, I will be covering brainstorming exactly who your ideal customer is. Prior to that, I would like you to do a competitor analysis. Who is your competition? Who provides product or services similar to yours? For example, skincare and cosmetics. What brands are you in competition with? Look at niches like price, natural products, anti-aging, etc. Conduct a SWOT analysis. Look at strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Do some online Google research. Check out your competitors on Facebook, Twitter, etc. Have a look at the comments and see what their customers are saying and asking for. If you have multiple products, you may need to have multiple avatars. It depends how different the products are. For example, I have a multitude of people from all age groups and genders buying my magnetic bracelets, but their main issue is to help them with their level of pain. They buy because I show I care, sharing useful information with them, empathising with them, as I have been there with my back pain due to a severe car accident. But because I know specifics of where they hang out online, etc., I can target my marketing to that one ideal client. The success formula retained from creating a customer avatar is: know your customer plus speaking their language equals more sales and more money. I look forward to helping you build your customer avatar to attain this success, so please get started with your competitor analysis. It will take some work to produce, but the result can be invaluable if used correctly. If you download the workbook in the Facebook group, the first page can help you with this. Your perfect place in the business world is where your product or service meets your prospect. Typically, people have a product or service and try to sell to everyone. They overbuild the product or service without understanding the prospect's needs and or go after the wrong prospect. Developing and changing to products and services is costly, so the more you can align your product or service with an ideal customer and know where you can find them, and then build a great follow-up customer relationship with them, you have the answer.